Hello everybody, good morning if you're in New Zealand, and good whatever it is wherever you are. Welcome to the candy edition of Happening, episode number 18. We've got candy. I've fashioned myself a marshmallow crown. Let me know in the comments if you can see me, because that will mean that I have successfully brought this show to the international airwaves. And if you think about it, kind of to the universe, because we're just beaming shit out of there willy-nilly, like we're pretending aliens aren't going to find it. That's for another episode. Today, it's all about the candy. Thank you, Michael, for letting me know that you can both hear and see me. That is tremendous news. Both the A and the V are up. I'm Tim Batt. I'm your candy man for the next 90 minutes. We've got art, we've got games, we've got submitted content from all over the shop. We've got a packed show for you today, folks. Where did you get that shirt? This shirt here, thanks for asking, Cody. This is one of my guilt shirts that I bought when I was in Thailand for very cheap. So I think the ethics of its construction are at best questionable and at worst sending me to a nether realm in the afterlife. But it does bring a bit of pop and colour to any situation. And the way that I look at it, I think I bought it about 3 or 4 years ago, and I wear the crap out of it, and I won't repeat those sorts of buying habits. So, you know, if you come into morally ambiguous clothing, dubious even, don't do it again, wear the shit out of it and then lay it to rest. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about candy, the ultimate good time vibe. Why candy? Just cause, man. Because it's fucking good, you know? Candy's good. We need some good. What we do need to do as well is check out what is going on the roads. Shit, cars. That is a pretty unwelcome and unusual sight. Not used to that at all. Let's just give that a quick little refresh if we can. So we're looking at Auckland here. And there's actually cars on there. So this gag doesn't really hold as much water as it used to, unfortunately. Looking now to State Highways 1 and 2 in Wellington, and pretty clear, pretty good actually. That one's not too bad. Checking on South Korea now, you've got a pretty fine drive by the looks of things. We've got a moving car there that isn't anticipating any stoppage due to traffic on the road. And most importantly, how the bloody hell are you? It's the chooks. The chooks are looking pretty happy and well fed. Those are some happy hens right there. Oh, it warms your heart. Chickens, the candy of the animal world. Okay, we've got to kick off the show today a regular segment brought to us by Gaby. We are going to check out the Beak of the Week and Catch of the Week. So let us delve into these beautiful posters right now. I better get the big version on screen so I can see what's happening here. We've got the Catch of the Week for this episode is the sarcastic fringe head. My word. Am I reading that right? The sarcastic fringe-head fish is found off the Pacific coast of North America from San Francisco to central Baja. These fish are a species of tube blenny and live solitarily in empty shells, crevices, or litter such as pop cans. Soda pop, how about that? Candy tie-in. Looks like candy too, the colours on that mouth. They're very territorial and will attempt to scare intruders by snapping their large, colourful, descended mouths, which are up to 4 times as big as their closed size. And if that doesn't work, they'll attack you with their sharp teeth. But they've got bad eyesight, so sometimes will attack even when they're outclassed by a trespasser. That is a terrifying fish and kind of cool. It's not often in nature that you get animals that will take on stuff bigger than them. Usually evolution's bred that out of them. So it's kind of nice to see a wild card every now and then. Gaby's also sent us the Beak of the Week, which this episode is the hooded Peter Hui. These colourful songbirds are native to the forests of New Guinea and are one of the few known species of poisonous bird. What the fuck? They have distinctive black and orange feathers, sharp claws, and a strong beak. Their omnivorous diet consists of berries and insects. Their toxicity is thought to be from their diet. They eat beetles of the genus Chlorocene, which contain the same neurotoxin found in the Colombian poison dart frogs. My God. In the 80s, a researcher cut himself with the claw of a hooded Peter Hui and noticed tingling and numbness in his hand. He licked the cut and his mouth went numb as well. The poison is found in the bird's skin, feathers and tissue. Can cause death and paralysis, probably not in that order, though these results were found through lab research. There have been no human reported deaths from this beautiful looking but ultimately very scary bird. The opposite of candy. Thanks, Gaby, for continuing to send those in and keep us up to date on what's happening in both the ocean and on land animal kingdoms. I feel like I'm learning every single episode. We've got some fantastic candy coloured art sent to us by Miranda. Check this awesome shit out. I love it. Miranda sent an email that says, "Hello Tim, thank you for sharing weird and wonderful art across the world. I couldn't resist submitting my artwork for the candy theme. None of these have candy in them specifically, but I only use candy colours. Here's a little bio. I'm a pop surrealist oil painter residing in Hollywood, Los Angeles. The figures in my paintings are unashamed with soft yet imposing presence. I'm drawn to synthetic colour palettes and kitsch-soaked landscapes. My characters are often wrapped in polyester sheets under a cotton candy sky." Here's a link to my portfolio. I'm going to put that on screen, but let's see the rest of Miranda's fantastic art. Here's the second of 3 that we've got. I love this colour palette. Pink is definitely my favourite colour, without question. And the final little bit, oh, this is the cool one. This is the one that I put in a little promo for this episode. Look at that little candy tush. Amazing colours. I love the, it's like pouring a rainbow strawberry. It reminds me of jelly mix. Fucking awesome. Little she-devil situation going on there. In Cred Art, let us put this chyron up on screen, which means we're back to Timbo. Sharpglitter.com. That is the web address you need to go to. I want to make sure that I put that in correctly. I'm pretty sure I did. Sharpglitter.com is where you can find Miranda's fantastic art. Go and support it, man. That shit is cool. We have a great segment sent to us from Tom and Tegan, who we saw last episode competing in Are You Smarter Than a New Zealander, where they narrowly lost to legendary New Zealand iconic broadcaster Mikey Havoc in a tiebreaker. It was neck and neck. Furious battle in that quiz round, but ultimately Mikey took it out. That doesn't matter though, it's just a game, it's a bit of fun. But Tom and Tegan have done us the great service of sending in this segment of Tom and Tegan reviewing art while cutting Tom's hair. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Tegan and Tom cut Tom's hair and also candies / lollies.
Does this all look?
In New Zealand we can go to the hairdressers now.
It's level 2, but we've decided, fuck it, we wanted to cut our own hair.
We're going to review some vegan candy. We got marshmallows, gummy bears, sans gelatine. Never seen this before in my life. Mahalo. Jokers candy bar. Parma violets. Ooh, delicately perfumed violet sweets.
Yeah, this one sounds the weirdest one. I have no idea what those are.
This one is wild, very excited. Sour Patch Kids Fire. Sherbet lemon.
Spritz.
Oh, you're spritzing my marshmallows.
Sorry.
Is good.
They're a bit more dense, but like good flavour, very vanilla-y. But like, not bad.
Tapioca syrup. Should we roast one? Roast one on the open fire?
Have I already fucked this up is what I'm wondering, like. Can you stop?
Does it have to be even?
Yes, we're trying to do our best job.
Cut me! We're gonna save so much money, Tegan.
Or waste a whole lot of money.
We're gonna waste a whole lot of money because we bought $70 clippers and then have to go to barber.
Yeah, because I think it's
Yes.
gonna be fun once I stop being scared.
My mum cut my hair. She actually worked for a hairdresser.
Oh,
Oh my goodness!
Quick, Mum! How do you cut hair?
No, I never worked for a hairdresser.
Oh!
Oh no, I just used to cut your hair.
Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna go.
Do it, I want my hair gone.
It's too long.
Get rid of April. All I did during April was Animal Crossing and grow my hair. Okay, you've made the first incision. That means I get the mahalo. Mahalo. No trans fats. Nothing artificial. Gluten-free. Vegan. Is this vegan bounty, you reckon?
I hope so.
Vegan
I'm not
candy
gonna lie,
bar.
but this is already looking good.
Is it? Mahalo. Oh, we've got little 3 almonds on top. Oh, it's good. It already feels so much better. We are about to go to hair alert level 2.
Because sometimes they cut your hair too short and it looks weird. Am I gonna do that?
No. Eco Vital fruit gummy bear without gelatin on the packet. I bet there's no other organic candy on the Happening show. This is what we're dealing with. Little candy bear boys.
They taste good.
Okay.
They're kind of a weird texture.
It's good.
They're really tasty. Recommend that one.
That's the colouring. Pumpkin and carrot. It's gourmet shit.
Should I do turbo again?
Turbo me.
It's so short. I regret this sleeve. What's happening? My confidence is all.
That's Tom and Tegan, who we're going to be catching up with again in part 2 of Tegan and Tom review candy / lollies while cutting Tom's hair. Right now, though, I wanted to bring an expert onto the show to have a chat about candy. And that expert is a person who has both lived in the land of candy for a long, long time and also had an unyielding passion for snack food. And that person is Dom Corry, who joins us now. Dom, I've set up this window in a terrifying way where I have completely dominated your face. So let me just adjust that. It's nice to see you. Yeah, there you go. Find your light.
You're still frozen from my end, so I'm going to have to take your word for it.
Yeah, that's all right, though, because other people can see me. So
Good.
Yeah. How you doing, man? You look beautifully framed and really well lit.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I'm still at the beach. I'm on Waiheke. I've got a lot of natural morning light coming in. There's 2 people on a stand-up surfboard thing out in front of me. It's all quite serene. There's a woman collecting seaweed in a wheelbarrow. This is New Zealand.
This is New Zealand.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a chat to you, Dom, because for years you've been reviewing snack foods and candies. You moved to Los Angeles and lived there for a long time. And I imagine you're going back, right? This is just a blip, you being in New Zealand?
I'm here to ride this thing out, provided America doesn't sink into the ocean, which it may do.
Yeah, that's not the foregone conclusion that it once was, that won't happen. I'm just going to eat some Skittles while we chat.
Oh, I love a Skittle. I reviewed lollies / candy for a long time as Carlton Crisp on BFM. That was sort of born out of the fact that I was not allowed candy as a child very much at all, which entirely backfired on my parents. It was in the name of health, and now I still kind of like, when I eat a jelly bean, I'm like, yeah, fuck you, Dad.
This always happens. It's always the munters who weren't allowed any candy whatsoever, or they weren't allowed a TV in the house, and they go fucking crazy afterwards.
Yeah, totally. It's led to a lifelong obsession. It's why I started doing Carlton Crisp, and it's led to me drawing some conclusions about, what I love. I remember when I started going to high school and the tuck shop sold lollies. I kind of couldn't believe it because I would use my potato fritter money on acid drops and green apples and aniseed balls, all those classic boiled candies that feel like they're out of a Charles Dickens novel or something. But
did you grow up at a school in the 1930s or what, dude?
I think there was it was like the Gilmore's distribution model somehow allowed for boiled sweets in the 90s to go to schools, if they weren't like milk bottles or cola or Coke bottles, the classic gelatin Juby candies, there was some kind of difference there. I don't know why, but I went nuts on all those and spent a lot of time at the dentist as a result. And but those are the boiled lollies. I'm very much a gelatin guy. I love, I think
you love a jube.
Yeah, we call them jubes here in this country. Not many other people call them that. When I try to talk about a jube to anyone not from New Zealand, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
It sounds vaguely bigoted, and I'm not sure who at or against, but jube, it's got a tone to it.
It does. You sound like you're talking to Mel Gibson or something.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people call them gummies. The awful truth about gummies is, of course, they're based on gelatin, which is made from rendered down animal products, usually like hooves and stuff. There are vegan alternatives to gelatin.
Yeah,
but
as we just found out from
nice.
Tom and Tegan.
How are those reviews going? Are they on board?
They were good.
With the vegan gelatin?
Tom was having a great time. They reviewed one which I'm familiar with because I'm a lot plant-based now, but not strictly. Obviously, I'm eating Skittles and whatnot. But Sour Patch Kids are vegan jubes. And they put out a fire version, which is always on special, because in my personal, I think they just had a sample of them and they said they were all right. I hate them. They're disgusting. And the imagery on the packet is horrifying because it's a bunch of children who are on fire to advertise this like super sour gummy lolly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, there was Jelly Babies were one of the first gelatin-based snacks that I loved, and similarly problematic, perhaps. But anyway, as you said, I moved to America, or as I call it, Big Rock Candy Mountain, and a big part of why I moved there was impressions I'd gained from visiting as a child, and candy was a huge part of that. When you're a kid, candy is sort of a very important part of your life. And then you go to America and it's all different and it kind of blows your mind. Going back and forth, New Zealand and America over the last 5 years, I've concluded that our candy is a lot better. But I'm willing to concede the possibility that it's just what you form that attachment to during those formative years. It's like the films that you loved, what you saw when you were a certain age. A lot of people say, no, the 80s movies are better. And some people say, no, it's just because you were 12 when you saw The Goonies or whatever.
Dom, this is a huge claim that you've laid. A gauntlet has been whacked onto the table with a hell of a thud. Qualify yourself. In what ways are the New Zealand and American candy experience different?
Well, you know how in a New Zealand dairy, there's all those like individual boxes and you can get, I don't think they have the dollar mixtures anymore. Especially not now with the hands going in or whatever, but all those individual types that weren't in prepackaged bags, there just seemed to be more variety in New Zealand dairies. There's a uniformity to what's available at every single 7-Eleven in America or every single brand of a convenience store. Chain of a convenience store, whereas a New Zealand dairy, there'll always be something a bit weird that you haven't seen before, so yeah. I attribute the variety to that, but also I think our factories did a better job. The ones that I loved a lot as a kid, the milk bottles, the Coke bottles, the jet planes, they've changed their recipes over the years, and I kind of lament what they used to be. I'm sure they used to be a lot worse for us, or they used like cow skulls or something, and they don't anymore.
Or arsenic or something. It was sweetened with some bleach.
But the one that I keep coming back to whenever I come back to New Zealand, that I sometimes order online when I'm over there, there's this website called KiwiCornerDairy.com that charges exorbitant shipping fees, but that I pay because I want to get that New Zealand deliciousness when I'm in America. But the company that I always get excited about revisiting is Macy's. I've actually got a packet of Macy's crocodiles right here. I'm sure you're familiar with Macy's.
I've fucked with Macy's.
Super old school New Zealand brand. Crocodiles, I love them.
Are they the quite hard juby ones in the real green?
They are. You have to sort of wrench at them a little bit. They will do a death roll on you like a real crocodile.
They'll pull a gosh darn tooth out if you're growing up.
I think I like those because one of my favorites as a kid were the hard jubes, which I don't even think you can get anymore, which were serious filling pullers. They were like, like nail polish remover for your fillings. They'd form a layer around your tooth and extract a filling with extreme efficiency. And I used to get those at the movies, and I loved them because you really had to
work them, eh?
Yeah.
There was an alligator lolly in the shape using that kind of material, that hard, incredibly hard jube. And I remember when you put them in a paper bag, for some reason, I've never seen a candy before or since do this, it would turn it see-through with the amount of grease that came off it.
Yeah. They used to be able to get a larger crocodile that was not in a wrapper and that were a big version of that Macy's crocodile, and they would never fit in the white paper bag either. You'd get it and the head would be sticking out. But eating one of those or several of the smaller crocodiles would leave your jaw feeling like you'd just satisfied a woman like she'd never been satisfied before. There was something, you'd be like, and there was something about that that stuck with me, and so I love Macy's. Like the other classic Macy's were the glow hearts, and their wine gums, which are quite big. They're like a 50-cent coin. They're great. I would put them in the fridge, harden them up. There's a masochistic element to the wrenchiness. But I just don't think America does gelatin-based candy as well. The Sour Patch is probably the most popular version of that over there. I'm not a fan of Sour Patch Kids. I love American food and the blandness of it and all that kind of stuff, but they're just not that great. And the other most prominent one is this thing called Swedish Fish, which have a kind of a really annoyingly soft texture. But I do enjoy, you must be familiar with the chain Trader Joe's in America.
Yeah, I've been to Trader Joe's. It's like halfway between a normal supermarket and an organic sort of it's marketplace.
Yeah, it's just basically bottled pretension. And it works on me massively. 90% of what they sell is their own branded stuff, and it's not home brand. It's bloody great. They do a lot of really nice sugary things, and they have versions of things, and they don't have Swedish Fish. They have Scandinavian swimmers. See what they did there?
Yeah,
and they're really good. They're really good, and so there are exceptions to this, but I mean, I just think it's like the way no one can beat a Bluebird salt and vinegar chip. I've been all around the world. I've tried every version of salt and vinegar that exists, but no one does it better than us. I don't know if it's because I'm a patriot at heart or what, but I want to think it's that we just do it better than most people, I
love that, Dom, because I know that you wouldn't make this up. You treat this stuff very seriously. I know this about you. Your twin passions in life, film and snacks. You wouldn't be yanking our chain on this. You truly believe New Zealand's doing the better job here.
Yeah.
That just warms my heart.
Europe is another story because...
What's Europe got going on?
Well, I remember the first time I went to Sweden and I went to a supermarket there and they had a whole aisle of tubes, and I couldn't believe it. And there was some amazing things happening there. It was like discovering European art for the first time or something. You're like, wow, there's this entire multiverse of wonders that I haven't been exposed to before. But the big brand there is, of course, Haribo, which you can get here, and has a very strong presence in America as well.
Is that how you say that brand, Haribo?
I think so.
I've never said it out loud. I've seen it on gummy bears. I've bought it. I've enjoyed the product. Never said it out loud.
Probably the world's most famous gummy bear manufacturer. and it might. Some people say Haribo. I think it's Haribo. I have a Norwegian friend who says Haribo, so I'm going to go with what she says because she's a Scandi. But
Is that offensive?
What's saying Scandi?
Yeah, it's less offensive than calling someone a jube.
Yeah.
But still not on.
I think I've got someone at the door. I think that's my my coffee capsules that might have arrived. But
then you should go and tend to that. Don't keep them waiting.
Yeah. Do you mind just giving me a moment?
Let's just end it, Dom. You've given us the good oil. We've got a quick show going here.
Oh, really? So we're just done?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. Final conclusion. Jubes rule the world. Love them. My favorite are Macy's. I love their crocodiles. I love their wine gums. Yeah, boiled sweets are nice too.
Get your coffee pods. This stresses me out so much when people leave people hanging.
That's just like, that was a courier knock, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's not going to be anyone.
Go sort it
there.
out. I'm stressed out.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, Dom. I really appreciate it. Nice to see you.
Lollies for life.
Lollies for life. Bye-bye. That's Dom Corry, a legend out in the field and an expert at candy. That stresses me out so much when people leave other people waiting like that. I cannot handle it at all. There's someone at the fucking door, man. Sort it out. Probably not a good way to live your life, but thank you so much for the intel on all of the international candy around the world. Dom, here's Candy Cam. In fact, let's introduce some more candy into the show. We've got some licorice all sorts here. I'm pretty sure I bought, apart from the Skittles, which aren't made here, some New Zealand brands. Can't remember what this one is. I've thrown it out. How cool do licorice all sorts look, though? Just as like a prop food. Get a bit of that in you. Oh, the autofocus is trained to my eye, but yummy. Shouldn't eat on microphone either. That's terrible form. But it's a candy-themed episode, so what are you going to do? Hey, I want to play a fantastic little thing that I was supposed to play last episode. I can't remember if I did or not, but it's cool enough and quick enough that I'm just going to play it again if so. This is a fantastic little clip from Corry about the truth.
Hey, it's good to see you. What you been up to? Yeah, look, mate, it's been really good. I've done a lot of research and I've found out the truth about what's really going on. Oh, really? COVID-19 was made in a lab. Bill Gates controls the World Health Organization. Sheeple. Sheeple. Oh, the sheeple. Okay. Yep. Then there's 5G. Get me started on 5G. Oh.
A nice little reminder for all of us at the moment. Thanks, Corry, for sending that in. That's very, very good. Now, we've got a quite incredible piece of content here. They got emailed to me last night, and I didn't believe it was real, which is to say, I didn't believe it was from the guy who purported to have sent it to us. You understand what I'm saying? This is a show that asks for art submissions from the artists themselves. I got sent a piece of art that I assumed was sent by someone else going, here's some cool art, you should put this on, which happens from time to time, but they were purporting that it was their own art. I got to admit, I still don't know 100% if it's this person's art or not, but I have to take them at their word because Joseph from Wellington sent this in. And the reason why I'm having a hard time accepting it on face value is because I came across this a couple of weeks ago online and it had exploded, like everyone was loving it. And then apparently the artists themselves, their mum is a Happening fan and was like, Joseph, you should send this in. I didn't even know the guy who made this was from New Zealand. It's truly incredible. It's a Flipbook. You may have even seen it previously because it did do the rounds online, but it's just amazing. It also might get the stream shut down because it uses some music, which might trigger the old copyright system. So fingers crossed. And if I go offline, I'll just get everything back up and running and just run on over to happeningshow.com and we'll be online in a few minutes. But without further ado, from Joseph Reed in Wellington, here is the most amazing Flipbook I've ever seen in my life. Please enjoy.
Have I already done the last verse? I've got one more verse. Cool. I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life.
She knew your devils and your deeds, and she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. You're in my blood, you're my holy wine. You taste so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet.
I propri amici, i propri parenti che se ne vanno piano piano, proprio così, vedere la gente che si prodiga comunque a cercare di salvarli in tutti i modi e vedere che comunque poi non c'è possibilità per alcuni, fa male, fa male.
Didn't want to cut off the little sequence at the end there. So, forgive my long rambling preamble to that, but you can understand my incredulity, right? Either way, an incredible piece of art, and if that genuinely has been sent in to us from a viewer of this show, thanks, man. It's truly incredible. God damn, it was cool. Speaking of incredible stuff, ladies and gents, I've got a fan favourite for everyone, and that is Loud Cooking from Callum Devlin, who, by the way, put together with his little conglomerate Team Sport the recent video for the Beths that you might have seen floating around. Same freaking dude. Check it out. Here's part one of this episode's edition of Loud Cooking.
Hello. Hello, welcome back to Loud Cooking. It's a show where we don't just eat the food, we listen to it. Sound good? You may notice that things this week are a little bit different. Callum, you have such a confident patter. Where's the stammering Marmaduke we're used to? Is there something in the ear? Firstly, ouch. But secondly, thank you very much. This week's episode has been scripted down to the sill. Bull. Before being beefed up by my unpaid writing staff, and no, they're not paying me to say that. Just kidding. This week, we're visiting Noodletown, Italy, for a delicious lunch of cacio e pepe. It's about the simplest pasta you can create, which is handy for me, just a simple man with simple tastes. Let's get the fuck on with it. First up is kitchen sounds. First up in kitchen sounds, the cafe across the street is back open. How about a little tasty eavesdropping on some frothy caps? Cappuccinos. Sounds good. First up, it's time to go to Watertown, Italy, and fill up our pasta pot. Sounds full. onto the stove it goes. Add some salt and crank that heat. And remember, you want the water to be as salty as my upper lip on New Year's Day. Let's check back on the water in a little bit. Next ingredient, black pepper, also known as salt's best friend, also known as spicy dust, also known as obvious pepper, also known as cracked heaven, also known as easy sneezy, poor man's ball bearings, the waiter's gift, and bump and grind. Just gotta crush them up. Listen to this. Sounds good. Now for ingredient number 2, a little magic trick. Say it with me. Pasta, pasta, pasta. Whoa. Pasta-terrific. Now we've avoided watching our pan, so it must be boiled. Let's plop this pasta in our pot before we pop the pepper in the pan. Sounds good. In we go. Sounds good. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we're visiting Peppertown, Italy. Not real Italy. Fuck no. Touch that place with a barge pole right now.
Oh, I love that, man. That I should have got his Chiron ready. I was too busy getting the next thing set up. That's Callum Devlin, who rules. I'm so glad he does. These are multi-parts as well. It's so nice to have a continuity through the show. And don't forget that we've also got part 2 of Tom and Tegan review candy, which I think is exclusively vegan while cutting Tom's hair. There he is. Sports team as well. I got the name wrong before, so apologies for that. Now, we've got some people in the Zoom room I've set up for Are You Smarter Than a New Zealand Celebrity? I'm waiting for our New Zealand celebrity to turn up in there. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I have been using Zoom this whole time we've been in lockdown because I work for myself. I make marshmallow crowns. Some people do accountancy and like work at law firms. I put marshmallows through string and then wear it as a crown and then sort out a live stream. That's how I roll. I should have Tyler on the line, but I have to admit I cannot hear Tyler. Tyler, are you there? No, I'm not getting anything from Tyler. Let me bring more people into the room and see how that goes. We've got a Josh who should be joining just now. Oh, Josh, I can see you. Oh, but I can't hear you. That's frustrating, but probably something on my end. Let me see if I can...
Wait, hold on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, now I can fully hear you. Let me pop you on so everyone can get a load of this, beautiful man. Josh, how do I make you full screen? I don't want to see myself.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to try and tend to that.
How about that?
Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, I'm Mellow Code.
Oh, you're Mellow Code from Los Angeles, California,
Yeah.
Hollywood specifically.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. That's really cool. I'm just waiting for my New Zealand celebrity to turn up. Don't worry, there's
Not shake. There we go.
Oh no, that's okay. There's not too many New Zealand specific questions in this, but there is one or two. So that our celebrity is going to be at a slight advantage there. But I feel like candy's a very
I've been
American
listening
thing.
to your podcast for a while, so I know some stuff about New Zealand.
You feel like you're an honorary Kiwi?
No, not that. I just know some things.
Hey, while I'm trying to get our New Zealand celebrity to join, take us on a tour of your surrounds. I love seeing what people have got going on in their houses. Wow.
Hey,
Is
yeah.
that She-Hulk?
Yeah, that's actually, it's like a trophy. It's like a strong woman trophy. Oh, my partner who you showed her artwork actually earlier today. Sharp
Miranda?
Glitter. Yeah, Miranda. Yeah, see?
Can I say hi to Miranda? Because their art was so good.
Yeah, sure. He wants to say hi. Oh, she's getting fancy.
Oh yeah, fair enough. That's all good.
But,
We'll just
yeah,
tell her
see?
that I love her art. It's so cool.
Thanks. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of art around here.
I love the color pink, and it seems like that is her palette. So I was very on board.
Oh, here she is.
Oh hey, nice to meet you, Miranda. Thank you so much for the art contributions. It's dope as hell, and so are you.
Yeah, she can't hear. Sorry. But
Oh yeah, of
now
course. You
she'll
can
be able to
relay.
hear.
You can relay these messages.
Yeah, we've got all the
general tone. It's fine. It's all
Absolutely.
good. How's have you been kind of locked down inside of your house at the moment, Josh, or
Yeah, we've been locked down for like 7 weeks or more since like it all started.
Yeah. You're staying healthy. You're staying sane though. That's the question. Have you got enough candy, my guy?
Yeah, I got some candy right here.
Oh, that's great.
High
What do we
chews.
got? What are those? Those Mentos?
They're just high chews.
High chews. High chew to
Yeah.
you.
We've been only like shopping at the Japanese grocery store because Miranda works in Little Tokyo.
Oh, I see. Hey, I'm going to take you off screen for just a moment, Josh, because I got to figure out how to add our celebrity. And to be honest, I feel like I've just broken the
Stream?
whole thing. Oh no, there we are. It's quite tricky. It's a tricky old thing. But
Oh no, I know.
we'll persevere.
I've been using OBS also.
How have you been finding it, man? It's got quite a steep learning curve, I think.
I felt for what I use it for, I do live DJ sets on Twitch. So that's why I got it.
You should give me a link for that, man. We'll
Oh,
shout
sure.
you out to the dozens and dozens of live audience members that we get on the show.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm actually part of a like a Twitch nightclub.
That's a thing
It's
now?
called Yeah, it's
What a
called Wave
time to be
TV.
alive. What is it all music or is it different stuff?
It's all music. It's all different DJs from all over the country.
Maybe I'll bring that up on screen while we wait for our celeb to get here. How do I find it?
Yeah.
Wave TV, Twitch?
Yeah,
What do I
Square
Google here?
on Twitch you can search for Square Wave Productions. It's
Square Wave.
my friend's record label Square Wave is the host of it.
Okay. I reckon I might have found it. Is it square_wave? Does that sound like the right thing?
I believe Square Wave Productions.
Oh, like that's
Yeah, that's the Twitch handle is Square Wave Productions.
Who knows where I am now? I'm just burning time, to be honest, till our person shows up. Who informs
that's
me
cool.
that they are on their way, but they got the time slightly wrong.
Oh,
Which is
right,
fine,
yeah.
because I tell you what, if there has been any hard and fast result of this lockdown, it has shown us that our grasp on time is way more relative than we thought.
Yeah,
A construct
absolutely.
That is wafer thin when you stop adhering to the 9 to 5 workday.
Absolutely. Time is meaningless now.
Time is completely meaningless, and I think that's probably a good thing. That we've lessened our iron grip on it. You know, days of the week not as relevant as we thought. Wearing pants. We thought that was a given. We thought you had to be wearing pants if you were doing work, but it turns out these are just constructs we invented.
Yeah, it's what the man wants you to think.
It's what the man. It's the man's prison. Pants are the prison for the man by the other man.
Miranda was the one who taught me that.
Is Miranda a no pants kind of a person most of the time?
Yeah, Miranda's a no pants, always leggings or skirt, dress, all that. Now I am more that too.
Tell you what else I've got here, Josh, and that
yeah,
is
or also now she's wearing a donut. Hold on.
Oh, she's wearing a donut. Oh, no one else can see that.
Oh, that's right.
We need to get that on screen. Hold on, that's insane. Can we get a flash of that donut again? That is tremendous. What does Miranda's Day entail? Like, what's coming up that this is?
What is it? Oh, Miranda's just put this on for this right now.
Oh, it's so good.
But
I
yeah,
love the
she works
support
for
crew.
a Japanese clothing store.
I'll wear this around.
Yeah, she just wears that for fun.
It's very choice. Okay, maybe this is our New Zealand celebrity. It just says iPhone. It doesn't have a name. So I'm adding
Perfect.
someone to the call. Yeah, we've nailed it. We've done it. All right, let me play the intro and then we'll get this thing going. Check this out. I got a title sequence. Are you all right, it's time to meet our New Zealand celebrity who will be playing against Josh today, and it is my friend, New Zealand treasure, Laura Daniel, star of the screen and stage, musician, TV personality, comedian, all around good bitch. How are you, LD?
I'm good. How you doing, Tim?
I'm hopped up on candy, man. I've got so many lollies. Look, I got a big cup of Skittles and Snickers, and I've got licorice all sorts. This is breakfast. It's madness.
So wait, I didn't realize I was signing up for Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity challenge?
Yeah, I may or may not have made that clear.
Because I think, is it Josh? I think, oh mate, Josh is definitely going to win.
Hello.
We don't know yet.
Does it involve math? Because if it does, I think we can call it here.
There's no math at all. No. What we've got for you today, Laura Daniel, is a 10-question like pub quiz, and all the questions are on the theme of candy. Most of them are multi-choice as well.
Oh, beautiful. Let me at it.
Okay, sweet. So your names will be your buzzers, all right?
Okay.
Cool.
So if you think you've got an answer to the question, you go, Laura or Josh, all right?
Sweet.
Fantastic. Your first question, folks, is the Snickers chocolate bar is named after something, and this is a multi-choice. Which of these things is it named after? A, the inventor's commanding officer in World War II. B, a horse. C, a battleship that was responsible for liberating thousands of Bosnians during World War I.
Josh.
Or D, the sound someone makes when they sneeze. Josh, you were so early.
I believe B.
B was
I
a
want
horse?
I want it to be the horse.
Okay,
Yeah.
Laura, do you want to make a guess?
I'm going to go A.
Josh has taken it out. It was the Mars family of the Mars Candy Corporation. It was the family's favourite horse was Snickers the horse.
Fair enough.
That's some old weird knowledge I pulled out of nowhere. But mostly I just hoped it was the horse. Oh yeah,
Right.
I did.
Amazing. Your second question is, beloved comedy icon John Candy would be what age if he was alive today? Closest answer wins.
Laura,
go.
78.
Okay. And Josh?
67.
Josh, you've taken it out again. 2 for 2. He'd be 69. He was born
Holy
on
shit.
Halloween,
Also nice.
1950. Yeah, also nice. Plenty of questions left. Don't you worry about a thing, Laura Daniel. There's time to get back
It's
in
fine,
here.
it's fine.
I know that you take these things seriously as well. It's all fun and games. I need you to chill.
I'm so sorry I don't take it seriously.
It's so fine.
By the way, did you notice I'm wearing a crown of marshmallows?
Yeah, I really like it.
Oh, they have flower stuff all over me. I don't know what that is, but it's in my clothes
Oh,
now.
it's like corn powder.
You should
Is that
see
what
some
it
of the
is?
crowns Miranda makes. She makes
I
some
can
cute
only
crowns.
imagine.
Yeah.
Josh's partner Miranda was just on camera, Laura, wearing a big donut. It's quite amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Stunning.
very cool.
She's had it for a while.
Here's your third question, folks.
donut.
How many flavors of original Skittles are there?
Josh.
Laura. Oh.
I heard Josh slightly before.
6.
Laura, you want to make a guess?
I was going to go with 6 as well.
I would recommend going with something else.
I'm going to go with 7.
Okay.
No, 5. Hold up. 5. I'm going to go with 5.
All right. Laura Daniels picked 5. Josh has picked 6. The correct answer is 5. Blackcurrant, lemon, green apple, orange, and strawberry. There was a limited edition cherry cola, which was blue in the UK, which was technically part of the original series, but because it was never part of the American original lineup or New Zealand, I'm not going to count that. So, Laura Daniel, you're on the board with 1 point to Josh's 2. Well done.
Snaked you, Josh. Snaked you.
That's good. Yeah. No,
I mean, he's still winning, but
it's much more. It's much more interesting.
All right. Your fourth question is another multi-choice. Vanilla, strawberry, and raspberry flavorings in candy are sometimes made with castoreum, which is an extract made from the butt excretions of which animal? Is it A, ant, B, beaver, C, horse, D, human? Josh?
B, beaver.
Laura, do you want to make a guess?
He seems so confident that it's B. I'll just go with. I guess I'll have to go with A in case he's wrong.
Okay. Laura's picking ants. Josh is picking beaver. And
no, I'm not picking ants. Not picking ants. I'm picking C.
Horse?
Horse.
Yeah.
Cool. Josh has still one. It's
Yeah.
beaver. It's
I
made.
learned that in Canada. You learn a lot
the
of things
hell?
in Canada when you're a kid.
Josh, you've got some crazy candy knowledge, man.
Yeah.
You're just like
This
picked a
is
candy
nuts.
genius. Who are you, Josh? Where do you come from? I got on this
It's Willy
Kool-Aid.
Wonka.
I come from Michigan originally, but I live in Hollywood now.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I
Nice
think
to
I
meet
learned
you.
that fun. Thanks. Nice to meet you too. I think I learned that fun fact while on the Osable River in Ontario.
We don't know where that is, man. We're in the bottom of the earth.
I know.
We just stay here.
Everything's upside down here.
This next question is simply a true or false. So get ready with your hands on your buzzers, which are your voices on your names. Question 5, true or false? Pineapple lumps are made in Australia.
Laura.
Josh.
Laura's first. Go.
False?
And
True.
Josh, you want to pick true? Unfortunately, Josh is correct again, taking his total
That
to
is
4.
devastating.
I know, for several reasons. Here's the situation. So, Josh, you may not know this, but pineapple lumps are like a cultural icon of New Zealand. Like, it's part
That's
of Kiwiana. But
This is really devastating.
Are
Not the loss, but the
they
loot.
like freeze dried?
they're not freeze-dried. They're chocolate coated, and it's got a pineapple-flavored marshmallow center. And
What's your address? I'll send you some.
Yeah, we should get some to you. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
set
Should I
that
say
up
my
off air.
Should I say my address online?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a
Yeah,
bad
cool.
idea.
I reckon. Give it a nudge. Give it a nudge.
Let me give you guys some context to this pineapple lump thing. They were first made in 1954 in Oamaru at the Regina Confectionery Company, but then there was a lot of like buying and selling of the brand, and eventually Cadbury ended up with them, and they were still producing them in Dunedin until 2018, but then the factory shut down, and now all our pineapple lumps are imported from Australia, which is just sad.
Look, deep down, I thought it was going to be a trick question, but I just didn't want to believe that it would be true. That it's gone to Australia, but hey.
Do you know there's
It's
one
what
thing
it is.
greater than winning a candy quiz, Laura, and that's being a goddamn patriot. So I salute you.
Yeah. I love our country.
Down with capitalism.
Yeah. Okay. Here's your sixth question. Closest answer will win. Millie Small's absolute banger from 1964, My Boy Lollipop, contains the word lollipop how many times in the song?
Well, I can even sing it in my head and not count. I'm going to say
Laura.
17.
Oh, Laura said her name first.
Laura said her name first. Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to go with like... I'm going to go with 14. Wild.
Okay. And Josh?
I'm going to go with like 34.
34. The correct answer is, and truly I didn't believe this when I read it, so I listened to the whole song. It's only 11. Laura Daniel gets the point.
What?
The song, the song
When you
is
think
really
about it.
short.
Oh, because it's a jingle.
It's only like
and there's
2
so many-
minutes long.
There's so many words because she just says my boy lollipop, but then she goes, you make my heart so giddy up, do yeah, sweet as can. She uses a whole bunch of different words.
Exactly right.
I'm supposed to be some sort of musician. What the hell?
So is Laura. So this is a good matching of the minds, I think.
Oh yeah,
Laura, you're catching up. You're
Like my
catching up to the
Moog
Candy
shirt.
King. The scores right now are 4-2.
Love this.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Oh, that's really cool. Sorry,
It's
I
my
wasn't looking at the
shirt.
screen.
It's my shirt says in the Moog for love.
Oh, I love a synth,
good.
and I love a pun. Question number 7 is, candy floss was invented by Willie Morrison in 1897. What did he do for a living? And this is multi-choice. A, plumber. B, teacher. C, sex worker. D, dentist. This is the inventor of candy floss. Laura, say your name. Someone say your name.
Well, Laura.
Yes, did you have a question
Laura.
rather than an answer?
No, yeah, I've got an answer. Wait, what did you
Right.
say the first? What was the first multi-choice?
Yeah, one more time.
Plumber. Sorry, A, plumber. B, teacher. C, sex worker. D, dentist.
Okay. This is completely a guess, by the way. But I feel like you put dentist floss in there just like as a little trick, and I'll be gutted if it was a dentist. But anyway, I'm just gonna go randomly with plumber.
Okay.
Man,
A,
I'm gonna go out of sheer hope that it's C, sex worker.
sex worker.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
both wrong. He was a dentist. A dentist invented candy floss.
Fuck
course.
off. I thought you were trying to trick.
Was he American? That seems like
Either
a
American or British. I looked him up last night, but now I can't remember. I think he was American, yeah.
Was that part of his plan, Tim, is to get more clients by inventing something that would mean you needed a dentist almost
kind of
immediately
like
after you
candy
ate it?
cigarettes? I mean,
Yeah.
If that was his plan, I think it's a very good one. You invent the problem and then you have the solution.
Yeah.
Okay, 8th question. The Americans call it candy. New Zealanders call them lollies. What do the Brits call them?
Oh, Laura.
Laura.
Sweet.
Josh, you want to take a run at it?
I mean, I should know this. Yeah.
Did you live in London, like in between
Miranda's
Michigan and Canada? And...
Miranda's family's from England, but
I
we
see.
still don't know.
Candy.
I'm just gonna say lollies. I mean, I know it's not true, but
That's okay.
Or is
I've
it-
totally heard them say lollies before.
Well, Laura Daniel, stop talking because you are correct, which brings the score
It's just sweets.
4-3. It is sweets or sweeties if you're, I don't know, old or cute.
Or Paula Bennett.
Or Paula Bennett, yeah, but she's not talking about candy. She's talking about her political rivals who need to zip it. Your penultimate question. How many, this is the closest answer wins. How many flavors of Kit Kat have been produced in Japan?
Oh. Laura.
Josh.
Laura was just a little bit earlier. Go on, Laura.
I'm going to say 25.
25.
I'm
And
gonna
Josh?
I'm gonna say 24, but I think that's because it's true.
24. Okay. Well, Laura is closer, so she gets the point, which means
Oh,
you guys
shit.
are tied. Now, the correct answer, I'm glad you didn't go much higher than that because nobody knows the exact number, but it is over 300.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, this is a thing with Kit Kat in Japan. So, Kit Kat in Japan is like a thing. It's it's a really instated gift that you give students before they have an exam, for example. And they partner with the post office because everyone loves Kit Kat so much. So they're constantly releasing these limited runs of flavors. The two weirdest ones I could find were Cough Drop flavored Kit Kat and Baked Potato.
I want the baked potato one.
Yeah, I want that baked potato one. Give me that carby chocolate.
When we were in Japan, we only saw the like 3 or 4 types that were, more widely available. That was good.
Oh.
Yeah, this is incredibly exciting because it means the scores right now are tied 4-4, and we've got one question left.
Yes.
Whoa!
That's good
what a
TV.
round. Yeah.
This is great TV.
Great streaming. Love it.
My God. Yeah, there is a sake Kit Kat as well. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh.
I've had that one.
Final question for Are You Smarter Than a New Zealand Celebrity featuring Laura Daniel. Your final question is, name the 4 kids who are not Charlie Bucket and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, no. Josh. Veruca Salt.
Yes.
Violet Beauregard. My TV. Gagoos's Gloop. Agoosis Gloop.
He's getting them.
I'm going to give that to you, Josh. You've
All
nailed
right.
it. You've done it.
Cool.
You're great.
I've seen
And
that movie
the
so
final
many
question,
times.
with the scores all tied up, you have clinched the competition. I'm proud of you, Laura Daniel. You put up such a great fight there. Well done
That's
to
good.
you.
I was
No help.
good on you, Josh. I was trying to get my boyfriend to tell me the answers for that last one in the background. So
Nice.
Joseph
There you
Moore
go.
absolutely knows the answer to that.
Just for the record.
Joseph Moore, the real winner of the competition.
Really well.
yeah, he did
Laura,
get them
can
all
we
right,
get a-
but you were saying them at the same time.
Can
Sorry?
we get a close up on
Yeah.
Joseph's hair? I haven't seen it since you immediately coloured it, and I want to see how it's kind of fading up.
Wait,
It's
they want
actually
to
not
see your
dissimilar
hair.
colour from yours, Josh.
Fresh out of the shower.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
quite like Josh's.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
Pretty good.
bitchin'.
Oh, I didn't hear. I can't hear what you were saying.
Other ear.
Oh,
Just say
yeah.
Hey Joe, this
Fuck,
is
yeah, it's
Josh
bitchin'.
from Hollywood.
Oh, hey, Josh.
What's
You
up?
guys have the same hair, which means you're both
It's,
cool dudes.
Wild.
Hey, man, I need to shave off the back like Josh's.
Yeah. It's easy. I did it myself.
Okay.
Really?
I just put it in a mohawk and cut it.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is my style inspiration. I'm really excited. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
man. Hell yeah.
This has been a tremendous game. I've loved every moment of it. Josh, please keep sending us your music. Thank you so much for the also the music videos. They've been great.
Yeah.
Laura, I got to send you
Thanks,
a
man.
shit. He makes some very
Yeah,
choice.
definitely.
I just got rained on with candy.
I love that. Am I right to call
Oh,
it EDM,
yay.
Josh, or is that offensive?
What's that?
Am I right to call it EDM, what you produce, or is that offensive?
No, I make EBM mostly.
What does
And,
the B stand for? Is that beats?
Electronic body music. It's from the 80s.
I love that.
England
That's
and
so
Germany.
cool.
Thanks.
Looking my way.
Will do.
Hey, congrats on being smarter than a New Zealand celebrity.
Oh, thank you.
Unfortunately, the bar wasn't that high. So.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think this is what we should be gauging intelligence on. Intelligence is diverse.
Candy knowledge is incredibly important, though. All right, you crazy
It
kids.
is important.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Thank you
Tim.
for playing. Bye-bye.
Bye. Great to meet
Lovely.
you.
See ya. Nice to meet
See
you guys.
Bye, everyone.
And back to me. What a fantastic game. How do I end the Zoom call, though? That's the real question. No one knows. Well, I sort that out. Let's get part 2 of Tom and Tegan, if I can find it, doing a candy review while they cut Tom's hair. I should not be eating Skittles on here. This is disgusting.
Welcome to Tegan and Tom cut Tom's hair and also candies.
No, it's bad. Oh no! So short. It's way shorter than I thought it would be. Because sometimes they cut your hair too short and it looks weird. Am I gonna do that?
No.
Do you know why it's so short? I used the wrong one.
Oh! Read the clipper!
I got stress.
Is it on turbo? I only want to be on turbo. Sherbet. We got a little twisty.
Oh, it's got a texture.
Do you approve, Delaney?
She's doing her checks. What do you think?
Always get a kitten to check your fresh cuts. Should we go to town? I feel like I'm ready to go to the office with my colleagues. So at the end of this, I'm gonna have very long hair up the top because we do not have.
We could probably cut it a little bit.
Yeah. Now in my sherbet, there's a big air pocket in the middle.
Yeah, that's where the sherbet was.
Oh, she's delicately perfumed violet sweets. Tastes like grandma.
Oh, it does. It tastes like dishwater. It tastes like laundry detergent.
Yeah, I was gonna say laundry detergent. Not something I would choose myself.
No, I thought it was weird.
Jokers. Everyone knows it. The Jokers bar. Come on, Nestle. Get a vegan Moro bar out, for fuck's sake. It's a hearty bar. Oh, stretch!
Wow.
That sugar pull. Mmm.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's good. It's what you'd expect from a Snickers kind of vibe. And Snicker laugh jokers, I guess, eh? My friend texted me and was like, what's the difference between sniggering and snickering? And I said something, and then he never replied.
So what was the answer?
I don't know.
Was it genuinely?
I'm still waiting on that reply.
Who was that?
Ben Kearney.
Name and shame. Yeah, this is you're probably getting seaweed in your hair, because I can't remember which bottle.
It's probably quite good for your hair though. Seaweed fertilizer.
Yeah, it's like a...
Mmm. Fertilize me, Tegan. Remind me in 4 weeks to get another haircut. Someone was
Comment
like...
down below how regularly you used to get your hair cut when you were allowed to get your hair cut. That's some weird rash that we've discovered you have.
I've got a rash.
Can you turn around quick enough to see it in the camera?
HDMI leg, go. Berry Blaze, Tropical Flame, Apple Fever, and Angry Watermelon.
Angry watermelon, I want that. We're gonna call it done, and if it's not done, we'll do more tomorrow.
I'm getting Nicolas Cage vibes. My hair is a bird. Do I look like a character from PUBG? Ah, where are we dropping? It's coming back at me from the back. It's so long.
It's too long.
We're gonna cut it or style it tomorrow.
You look like you work at a cool cafe.
Hey.
Or bar.
I'm in Flat White. To celebrate getting to this point, the first ever home clippy. Extreme heat. Sour Patch Kids, fire. Angry Watermelon. And I've got Berry Blaze. Oh, it is burning!
I would say it's not spicy at all.
You gotta try the Berry Blaze.
It's quite nice actually. Mmm.
It's like chili chocolate.
Mmm.
It's good.
Kind of better than the sour one. The sour ones aren't that nice.
Did it.
We did a fade. It's kind of uneven, but you know, if you live in Dunedin and you want this exact haircut, come on over. Tegan's salon is open.
Back to you, Tim.
Oh, I'm still in frame.
That's Tom and Tegan. I don't have Tegan's details, but I do have Tom's. That's where you find him on Twitter, and you should follow him because he makes good content. Mainly for other people because he does it professionally. He's in the comments right now. I think that haircut turned out really, really well. Next time I'm in Dunedin, I got to hit up Tegan. Folks, I've got some smuts now. Last episode, I had a brainwave in the middle of the night, and I said, it was completely unrelated to the topic, but I said, if anyone would like to write some Mills and Boon style romantic novelisation of Garfield, as an intellectual property, I would be happy to read it on the episode. And we got some pretty full-on submissions that got read on air. This time I've got a candy themed one. Oh, let me find out who this is from actually, because I can't remember who sent me this smut. Nelson. Do I have the email from Nelson? I don't think I do. I better bring that up because I think it's important to preface whatever I'm about to read with whatever Nelson said. I haven't pre-read this either, so I don't know how nasty this is going to get. Nelson said, I don't know how to feel about this, but I've composed 1,200 words of badly written M&M Smut instead of doing uni assignments. Do with it what you want, I guess. Okay. It had been... Should I get some music going? I feel like I should get some music going, eh? Something. This is probably a bit of something. I actually can't hear it because I've blocked this channel of audio so my voice doesn't double back on myself, but hopefully that's a little something. It had been a long day filming M&M ads, but that wasn't going to stop the yellow M&M, Yellow, from getting his fuck on. Nor was he going to let his lack of any visible sexual organs slow his roll, because tonight he had a plan. You see, Yellow had realised while fruitlessly rubbing his smooth Ken doll-like mega taint to human pornography off the internet to try and feel something, and he could create his own genitals and therefore perhaps get some form of sexual gratification. And what's more, he could entirely just make his own hole. But the specifications of where to drill were important. So he contacted a variety of biological scientists in order to find exactly what he should target. After months of back and forth, he found where in the mega taint he would need to drill. Mega taint is a good name for a band, I might add. And realized that finally, soon, he would be able to feel something. I'm just keeping an eye on the comments because if we need to pull the ripcord and get out of this because it's too full on, you folks let me know. And so tonight, he put his plan into action. Yellow made his way into the local hardware store and brought himself the gentlest electric drill with a range of drill bit sizes and began to prep emotionally for the adventure. However, he certainly didn't want to take it alone. For what fun is an anus without someone to share it? So he invited a friend with whom he desired benefits. When he arrived at his house, Orange, the orange M&M, was already there, sitting in his car out the front, nervous and early as always. Pulling into the driveway, Yellow gave a little honk and nod to show that he recognised him and began unpacking. He'd barely got out of the car before Orange rushed over with a squeal. Yellow, you're here! I thought I was way too early or had gotten the day wrong. What are those? Orange, those are the implements that will allow us the ultimate pleasure. They say you're not you when you're hungry, but I think you're not you when you're horny. So I guess we're going to find out for ourselves tonight. Yellow gave Orange a sensual wink and licked his lips, for he was ready to get serious. I'm scared, said Orange. How about we have a little drink before the others arrived? Maybe it'll calm your nerves and we can help figure out what your limits are, said Yellow. He had lied to Orange. My printer's got some weird artifacts in it, so it makes some bits hard to read. He lied to Orange and said it was a group thing, but if everything went to plan, Orange wouldn't notice if the house burned down, never mind if others arrived. Okie dokie, said Orange and began to the door. For the first time, Yellow finally saw how beautiful Orange was. He was short and stocky, his arse so wide it was almost circular. And his nervousness, oh his nervousness. He was adorable, and both he and Yellow knew it. The only thing stopping Yellow from jumping his bones right there and then was the lack of bones to jump. But he was more than willing to wait. It'll be worth it, he was sure. Coming inside, the pair made their way to a little fireside bar, and Yellow poured them both a whiskey on the rocks. So, what have you, Orange, grasped for conversation to break the tension, but found nothing, only Orange's sensuous stare? Yellow chuckled. My day's been fine, thank you, Orange. All the better for seeing you. Taste the rainbow. Damn right, Jack. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's good to see you. Orange cringed as he realised he'd messed up and suddenly fell silent. You know, Orange, I don't know if the others would mind if we got started without them. Just get things going, Yellow spluttered, suddenly realising how deep he got himself. He was nervous too. No, I don't think they began. Orange interrupted by a passionate embrace. The smoocheroonie from Yellow, their anthropomorphic tongues entwined, swapping saliva. Suddenly, Yellow felt something within him, pure animal attraction. And yet, almost immediately, Yellow withdrew, afraid. Tepidly, Orange asked, "This feels so wrong. How could it even work?" "It doesn't matter how it could work. I just want you, Orange. I need you, no matter what. I've needed you for a long time, but I didn't realize how much." Yellow grasped internally, but he wasn't planning to reveal this much of himself to the frightened Twinkie form before him. And yet it felt too natural. But again, reality struck him and Yellow looked down, sad and ashamed. "But I need to tell you something. I've realized we can only consummate this relationship if we commit the cardinal sin. I need to break your shell." "We can't. Who knows what would happen?" This is steaming up. "I need to find out though. I need to discover whether we can feel sexual pleasure, and I need to take this journey. I need you to take this journey with me." "That's what you saw in the car. It's our ticket to Orgasm Town." Yellow was almost giddy that he was able to tell his plan to another, and what's more, he was able to tell it to his love. Excuse me. My God. Okay, but I'm glad I'm not eating M&Ms and I'm eating Skittles. It's just enough of steps removed that I'm not internalizing this too much. "Okay, but you must do this for me." Orange looked up at Yellow with hopeful eyes as he began his request. "Anything, my love." Yellow was simply happy Orange didn't run off in disgust. He would do anything to accommodate him. "I must be the one to be drilled. I can't live without you. In this experiment, it's too dangerous. I need to be the one that gets injured." Orange looked Yellow straight in the eyes and realised the truth about himself. He wasn't exaggerating his willingness to self-sacrifice. He truly was willing to lay down his life to make sure this rotund yellow figure was happy. It was the sort of meaning he'd never known before, and suddenly he was struck by uncharacteristic confidence. Yellow grimaced. "Okay, fine, I'll drill you. But promise me that if this works, you will drill me in turn." Jesus Christ. Finally, Yellow made his way to the car and realised that he was ecstatic. The evening had gone exactly how he'd planned, and now he would be able to reap its sweet, sugary, chocolatey rewards. He pulled out the equipment and brought it back, only to find Orange draping himself seductively over the day lounger, drenched in sweat from his proximity to the fire. Hey baby, Orange tried so hard to play it cool, but Yellow couldn't help but giggle. What a goofball. "Very cute, but now I'm going to need you to be cool and bend over, baby boy." Nervously, Orange presented himself and closed his eyes, just waited for it to be over. "Only a couple more minutes and we'll be fucking one another's brains out," said Yellow. Orange found himself only more in love with this more openly domineering Yellow. With a gasp, Yellow turned on the drill and held it directly above the mega taint. Finally, he too shut his eyes just for a moment and pressed forward. "Fuck!" Orange screamed in ecstasy or agony. Yellow did not know. Holy fuck, what have you done?" "What do you mean?" Yellow realised. He clenched his eyes further closed at the scream, and so finally opened them, revealing the scale of his mistake. Oh, this is truly horrifying. With his eyes closed, he had missed the target and instead obliterated Orange's beautiful ass. Where once there were vivacious curves, only a gaping hole remained, with cracks reverberating through his body. Warm, goopy chocolate, which had liquefied as Orange sat by the fire, flowed out. Suddenly, Yellow noticed Orange had turned grey, drained of his colouring, a plaited mask of death upon his face. "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, Orange, no, I didn't mean to." Yellow yelped while trying to push the chocolate back into his body, but it was too late now. Orange was empty, and his chocolate blood now lapped at the base of the sun lounger. A man's life force turned to sticky puddle. "Please, Orange, don't leave me. I didn't mean to. We'd only just found one another. Please," Yellow begged. "I know, my love. It's okay. Just promise me you'll never forget me," Orange said with the confidence of an M&M resigned to his death. Never, never, never. Yellow finally let go of his body and simply held Orange's face in his hands and stared into those beautiful black eyes. I'll remember you until I die. Orange collapsed into an eternal slumber. It was over. In a state of shock, Yellow dialed 111 robotically. That's our 911, and informed the operator that there had been a terrible accident. The love of his life had died. For the rest of the night he sat there, catatonic as the medical officers, police, and finally the coroner turned up, trying to ask him questions. But none of that mattered anymore, because he had finally realised, despite what he had promised himself, he wasn't getting his fuck on tonight. Far out, dudes. That was a lot. Thank you, Nelson, for sending that in instead of getting an education. I feel like it was a sacrifice mirrored in your story. You suffered so that we may get our literary fuck on. Yeah, Annabelle has just put the emoji, and I quite agree. Not quite sure how to feel about that, but I admire the creative writing and the skills and the vocab and the fact that you sent it in, so thank you. Okay, bit of a palate cleanser now. Folks, let us get into Callum's Loud Cooking Part 2 for this episode.
Time to bring some people to this party, the spice of life. While that pepper is toasting, let's do some audience engagement. What's your favorite cooking sound? Let me know in the comments. Now it's time to introduce Cacio to Pepe. I hope they get along. Sounds good. Sounds good. Now this is loud cooking. Finally, a couple not so secret ingredients. I call these guys my mechanics because they're giving me a spare tire. Sounds good. And now for my favorite part. Eating! Let's end the show there. This has been Loud Cooking, the only cooking show where we don't get lost in the sauce, we get lost in the sound. Sound good? Good. Time for this Callum to eat this bowl of pasta.
Another tremendous entry from Callum for Loud Cooking. I'll admit, I loved that. I did kind of want to hear him eat it just a little bit, even though it's gross, but maybe next time. It's such a good segment. It's such a good idea for a cooking show. I can't believe that no one's done it before, and maybe someone's done it before, but no one's been as famous as Callum with doing it. It's just brilliant. Just brilliant stuff. We're rounding towards the end of the show today, but before we go, we've got a brand new game, probably going to be a one-off, that was sent to us from Tyler, and I think it's his son, Julian. So he's made us an intro sequence. Check this out. Okay, got the email here from Tyler that says, Tim, look man, I'll be the first to admit that I came in too hot with my Garfield erotica. If you remember, Tyler was the one who sent in the shorter of the two stories, I believe. So to counteract that awful story, I came up with a G-rated family fun game that we could play involving my son called What Did Julian Eat for Tea? Attached is a short intro and 2 pictures of his meal. How to play. Showing the aftermath picture first gets everyone to guess what my son's meal was by what he's left behind. Well, let's get that on screen. Hopefully I've got the order of this done correctly. So folks, what happens next? After the guessing round, okay, so now everyone in the comments section, have a guess based on the visual clues that you've got in front of you. What was this meal when it started? What is that the remnants of that Tyler has prepared for his son Julian, and Julian has left us with just these clues left? You can have a guess at home in this game, which is essentially atoning for the sins of some Garfield erotica, which was too intense. And here's the before picture with your correct answer. It is grilled quesadillas with a side of corn chips, avocado, grated Colby cheese, and sour cream. Thanks again for the content and for the platform. Love, Tyler. Thank you so much, Tyler. That was incredibly wholesome, and I appreciate the balance that you have struck by sending us very intense Garfield erotica followed by that G-rated game. That's how you do it. That's going to be our show for today, folks. Thank you so much for joining us on this happening number 18. Next episode is on Tuesday night, New Zealand time. Just go to happeningshow.com to see that in a few brief moments when I put that up. And the theme is time. That'll be a fun one. The theme is time. And that'll be episode 19. And then I've decided episode 20 is going to be a best of. So send time-related content in. And then episode 20, we're going to do the best of all the stuff that we've been sent so far. Play some faves. Time the herb or time with IME, whichever you want. It's up to you. You get to decide. It's both, it's all of them, it's neither. It's happening, baby. So we'll see you on Tuesday night. Have a great day. Love you, everybody. Let's get some vitamin D through whatever means we possibly can. Bye.